Billy, what are you doing?
Oversexing a trash panda. Sorry, raccoon.
Will, what on earth are you doing?
I'm trying to cheat at maths badly.
Stu, what are you doing?
I'm stimulating all of the Nolans at once.
Oh, God.
Get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Start my day. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Throw my clothes on, start my day. Wake up, I can smell the smoke from the bacon. Let's go, see the sun shining from the windows. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Drink some water, brush my teeth, get out of bed and I stretch.
Yes, but who did something very, very bad?
He ate the hamster.
No, but eating was involved, but out the other end.
He ate the hamster's ass.
That was a different little boy. Okay, and it's going to be another bright and sunny day. I still see the boy's face. All right, now it's over to Peter Campbell with the outside weather, where I understand he's punching himself in the Peter.
You know, the pollen cat's low because the bees are dead. Everything's dead, Billy. Next, the sport.
According to the Met Office, we can expect heavy showers in the London area. But you're going to believe them c***s. The chicken bones don't lie. It's going to snow, August or not.
You wanna do something Monday nighter? I've got something for you, hold tighter. It's a show that's unpredictable and fast, and improvised by the cast. Monday Night Improv. Monday Night Improv. Sing it, Monday Night Improv. Monday Night Improv.
Yes! Hello, everyone. It's Billy Kirkwood, and welcome back to Monday Night Improv. We got a bloody brilliant show for you tonight. Give it up for James, first of all, for our brand new pre-show. I thought that was awesome and somewhat nightmarish to see the various ways that I've managed to dress by someone that would sell you the big issue. We've got an amazing show tonight. We've got our usual lineup of, basically we've got a lineup of people that are hoping they're named in Trump's pardons. Fingers crossed. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick off with the talented but flawed Garry Dobson.
Did you just call me butt flawed?
No, well, you could be butt flawed. I don't know. I've only seen your arse the once, and porn on wax cylinder is not what it was. Are you well, sir?
I am indeed, Billy. I put some talc on my balls this morning and I feel feisty.
Ding dong, where's that sexy fog coming from? Gary's balls. I'm excited about that sitcom. Let's get on. Our very next person. First of all, he will slide into your DMs like Arnie Hammer will slide into a butcher's and ask for the special meat. Please, would you give it up for Mr. Stuart Murphy, ladies and gentlemen?
Hello. Hello. And yes, I will be getting one of Trump's pardons if it's a crime to sell arsenic to someone claiming it's ball-based talcum powder, then call me guilty.
All right, move along. It sounds like we're on a clock here. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have the, a viral sensation, and we know how popular they are just now. Please, would you give it up for the rhyming musical cuttlefish that will be the wallpaper of your nightmares? Please give it up for Mr. Will Naameh.
Hello, yes. Pleasure to be here. I put arsenic on my own balls, and now I can't feel anything, but it's still good to be here.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome the inventor of arsenic? First of all, some have called her a female Moby Dick because she is known to chase whales with a harpoon. And when I say whales, I mean visitors to the island. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Please, would you give it up for Miss Marjolein Robertson?
Oh, I also put arsenic on my hands and I can't feel Will's balls. Because he's in Edinburgh.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. I just thought they might not be a real thing, an optical illusion. We're going to kick things off. First of all, we want to say hi again to James.
Hello.
Hi, James.
Hello, James. Are you well?
I'm very well, thank you. How are all of you guys?
Not hellish, awful, to be honest. But hooray for James!
Hooray for James.
First of all,
James is ghost.
Big thank you to James for our new pre-show title sequence. Is that what we call it?
Sure.
Or warm up, if you like. He's very much the fluffer of Monday Night Improv. The best way of putting it, probably the worst way of putting it. Shall we play a game, folks?
Let's do it.
All right, the way it works here Monday Night Improv is you are very much a part of the show. We're going to be asking for suggestions from things, and we're going to ask you to pop them in the comments during the course of the show, and we're going to pop up some of the best ones. James is going to be taking care of that. Our first game is called What Are You Doing? What's going to happen is, and it's handing over to you, I'm looking for you guys to give me an action to kick something off with. It could be, I don't know, it could be insulting a Lord Mayor's dog. It could be trying to saw a parrot in half. It could be disappointing some onions. Are you going to the zoo? No, because you're fucking onions. Whatever you like, pop it in the comments, and that'll be what we kick everything off with. And then the next person will ask, what are you doing? And that's when it's going to get progressively weirder and weirder as they try and mime whatever that action is. So hit us up in the comments what we've got to kick that off. I've got straight out the gate, cooking a priest, slapping an orphan, petting a priest, fart peas at the moon, snorting talcum powder, stroking a clown. Lots of people seem to be rubbing things tonight, which is always nice. Kicking Stu's balls. Feeding...
I've got one for talcum powder.
Have you got one for talcum powder?
Yeah.
I tell you what, we're going to kick it off with Miss Marjolein Robertson.
Safe in your hands, man.
So we're going to go with the talcum powder on Marjolein. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our first game. What you doing? Marjolein, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry, Billy. I was just I was just touching these live wires to feel what it is to have feelings again.
Billy, hey Billy, what are you doing, man?
I'm trying to sneakily poke out a Cockney's eyes when his parents are coming down in their stair lifts.
Stu, what are you doing?
I'm touching animals at the zoo that I'm not meant to touch. Clearly.
Garry, what? Oh dear, Garry, what are you doing?
I'm trying to explain things to flat earthers.
Punching up. Come on.
Will, what are you doing?
I'm imagining what sex must be like.
Marjolein, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry, Billy. I was just remembering I've got a show tonight with Monday Night Improv.
Fuck you too. Billy, what are you doing?
I am suddenly ruining a football game by proclaiming the ball as the second coming of Jesus.
Stu Moo?
Yes.
Stu, what are you doing?
I'm inflating 2 simultaneous bouncy castles out of sheer force of will.
Garry, what are you doing?
I'm remembering what sex is like.
Oh, Will, what are you doing?
Being thankful that tomorrow's Tuesday, so it'll be 6 days before I have another show with Monday Night Improv.
Wow, we're all going so fucking meta tonight. It's like Inception with the remaining members of Steps if they melted. Right, fucking drip feed, you legend. Fucking meta noise. Right, that was loads of fun. Thank you very much for your comments. I had some amazing ones in. Lots of people just obsessed with petting horses and petting dingoes. I don't know if I've missed something at some point, but listen, there's a lot of things getting stroked. Right, I could have phrased that better. I think we all agree. All right, next game, we're going to be kicking off as one of our absolute favorites. Today, it's our topic bastard, and it's going to be things you could say to a mechanic, but also in the bedroom. So feel free to join in the comments. I'm sure we're going to have plenty of fun ones. So I'm going to kick it off with, can you do something about the noise and smell?
See that scared Stuart Murphy off? There he is.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know what happened.
Any reference to a man in overalls, off Stu goes.
Yeah. Is it my turn, or are we still shuffling around?
I think so, sir. Yes.
Okay. Once you're inside, she purrs like a kitten.
Cats.
What about it's very roomy for a second hand?
just about. How about, yeah, due to lockdown, it's not been turned on in a year.
Oh, dear. That's a sad little Billy.
Things you can say at the mechanics that you can also say in the bedroom. I like to give it a kick to see how long it lasts.
Oh, no, never do that.
Why not?
Things you can say to a mechanic, but also in the bedroom. I've seen Jeremy Clarkson inside one of these.
Every fucking... I thought the first one had gone round and I was safe. Once it gets over 60, it makes a rattling noise.
Mum says hello.
About one from the perspective of the mechanic themselves. I've just finished updating your trans sister. The retractable headlights are a great feature.
Huh.
And that's it. Everyone got nervous when you said the word trans. I practically heard people's households slamming shut with a panic.
Not who we are, Gary. It's not who we are.
But I enjoyed it. Well done, sir.
Oh, baby, I am long overdue for a service. But what's that? What's that? You'll need to get hold of the right parts, and it'll take nearly a week. Damn right.
Sexy.
I always get overcharged in this place.
I've accidentally filled her with diesel.
Good.
So true.
We've all done it. We've all done it. I'm doing the observational stuff now.
Now we're going to need a car seat for a kid.
Quite romantic.
If you're in the correct gear, pulling out gently is easy.
Okay. How about I'm gonna fuck this car?
Oh yeah, I fucking yeah. I fucking yeah. I'm stunned it took 3 rounds. I'm stunned it took 3 rounds.
You showed tremendous willpower there.
You'll be shagging bees, mate.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I ran over a wench.
Is that as cheap as you can go?
I thought you were commenting on my one.
No. Why would I?
You can go much cheaper
Wait a
than
minute,
that.
you go cheaper than that, Marjolein. I would never make that accusation. Any more, guys?
It's a problem with your shaft.
Bastard! It's such an obvious joke, but it's so good.
I've got a couple of dents in my rear. Can you knock one out just now?
I'm going to put my cock in this Vauxhall Corsa.
And I think we'll leave it there.
No.
Oh, Stu's got one. Come on now.
Cannot leave it on that one.
Right.
It's okay. I'm on my dad's insurance.
I would definitely leave it there. Simply because there is some absolute belters in the comments.
No, I said you had a sticky clutch.
It's more efficient than my brown Rover.
I'm sorry, my horn seems to be broken.
I'm gonna park this car up my asshole. Huh? Pretty good, right?
I've had one previous owner, but I'll let you have it for 500 quid.
I hope we've got a spare because this one's fucked.
I can get the boys to give you a quick spray job.
All right, let's get on with some of the comments. I knackered it, taking it for a ride out back. I quite like this one. What does this thing do?
That's good.
I'd like to trade it in for a newer model.
Ooh.
I hope everything's okay at home, Betty. I hope everything's okay at home. Can I get a bigger model? Sexy. Just give it a blow and you're good to go.
That famous car expression.
How do you drive a car? How are you paying for your RAC membership? That's not right.
Or finally, it's very, very tight. I think it'll take patience and maybe some WD-40. Or another one for Betty Duncan. How do I turn it on? Question, Betty. The eternal question. Right, we're going to get on with the next one. We're very excited about this. Paul, we are going into the safari. We are so excited because we are going to be looking at another chapter of Stu Rhino Bastard McClure. Yes, our very own safari, Doc Savage, Alan Quatermain. Look at him punch a fucking baby tiger. Oh, it's got no chance right in front of the
stripy wank.
Which, funnily enough, Stripey Wank is also the name of his first novel for boys. Him and a zebra. Here's what's going to be happening. I think this is right. Yep. Stu is our hunter. So we're going to have to kick Stu out. If you don't mind, Stu, there you go. Now, what happened is we're very excited. We've got the Rudyard Kipling of improv, Mr. Garry Dobson, with us tonight, and he is going to tell us a tale of Stuart Rhino Bastard McClure, of his adventures out wherever it is. He is a big game hunter, could be a safari. So what we're looking for from Garry, if you don't mind, is I believe we're looking for where is Stu out doing his hunting or his adventures.
Yeah.
The danger that he faces, and from you guys in the comments, what is in his knapsack that he can use to defeat the danger? Could be anything at all. What is in the knapsack that he could use to defeat the danger? So it's over to you. Stick it in the comments right now, and we'll circle around and get them back at the end. Garry, it's over to you. Yes. I know you. Let's. What have you got for us? What have you got for us?
Yes, indeed. It is me, Bobby Kipling, brother of Rudyard, so called because his front lawn is shaped like a penis. Yes, it's the further adventures of Stu Rhino Bastard Twat Munch, whatever it was. Yes, indeed. And on this week's adventure, Billy, I trust you will help guide Stu through his whereabouts, which this week will be the Labyrinth of the Minotaur.
Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
The Labyrinth of the Minotaur, or Minotaur, depending on where you put the stresses and accents. Will, he will be facing a danger. And that danger will be a gang of drunken field mice.
Ah, that classic.
That classic, indeed. And finally, Marjolein, if that is indeed a real name.
Shall we see what we have in the comments for you, sir?
Let us see what Stu Rhino Trampler.
There has been some interesting suggestions. We have a giant Jenga.
Giant Jenga, very good.
Half a Nature Valley granola bar. A unicorn's horn filled with chewing gum. A banana. A flat 9-volt battery.
Thank you, Grant.
He could use a lollipop. More of a suggestion, but I don't mind it.
General good life advice.
A elastic kangaroo dildo. Oh, elasticated, sorry. I want to make sure I get the brand right. Newcastle brown wrapped in newspaper. And finally, the imperious sense of righteous from being a vegan. What the hell? Oh, and a sweaty cheese sandwich. Oh, I like this one. A little angry.
Yes, I think that might be a winner there.
The little angry Stucklin. So just to recap, he's in the Minotaur or Minotaur's lair. Is that what we're going for?
Labyrinth.
We'll go for Labyrinth. That's fine.
No, it is the Labyrinth.
Yeah, the Naameh.
The Labyrinth of the Minotaur.
Love it.
The danger, a gang of drunken field mice.
Correct.
And the item he can use to defeat it is a little angry stew clone.
Yes, let the adventures begin, but with a 5-minute time limit.
He will have 5 minutes, which I'll level with you guys. I think I'm going to eat up the majority of. So let's do this.
The unspoiled wilderness, mine to discover. Who would have thought? No one has been here before. I am the first.
You must be so thirsty after your adventures, sir. Would you like a drink?
Of course I would like a drink. Real explorers hydrate.
Here is your flask. Here is your flask of cherryade, sir, as you asked for.
Thank you. Sweet, sweet cherryade.
Oh, it's
made from only the wildest of cherries.
To think of all the places we've been around this world, the things we've seen. We've dined with kings and queens. We've done a magic dance with all types of emperors. And we found ourselves here.
Yes. Chiswick.
Oh, no, sir. Lots more complicated than Chiswick, I would say. I mean, you've got to watch for the bog for a start.
No.
You don't want to go in there and have the eternal stench.
Not the fabled Irish bog.
Not more of an Irish bog, sir. More of a...
The fabled bog of eternal stench here in the underworld.
We're more in the middle of the underworld, sir, if you will.
The administrative centre of the underworld. Hell!
Of a sort, I guess you could say, sir. I guess you could say. Ruled by many. Oh, many have tried to rule this, sir. There's been kings. Some say there's some kings that has looked after tiny little ugly bastard creatures.
Goblins. The Goblin Kingdom.
No, sir. No, not at all. We're in a very specific place filled with perhaps scary monsters.
The Vatican.
No, sir.
Hell.
Not in hell, sir.
Balls of string. Get your balls of string.
Here in the labyrinth.
Oh, so, sir, yes, it is indeed the labyrinth, but it's a very specific creature, sir, whose labyrinth we are within.
The labyrinth of the Minotaur.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir.
No.
Of course you should remember.
All the creatures who have labyrinths.
In the interest of time, shut up. There is a danger on the horizon, and it's a very small one. I see them with their hoodies, looking for cheese, scaring elephants.
Yes, those mice teenage hooligans.
Yes, with a group of teenage hooligans with weapons concealed. You might call that a
gang.
Yes, but they are a very specific kind of cheese-seeking creature.
A mouse.
Yes, but not a city mouse.
A gang of country mice.
Oh, what's another word for country?
Collection of fields.
Put it all together.
A gang of field mice.
But you know what?
A gang of armed field mice.
I mean, they're armed, yes, but they've been down the brewery for a free sample, and it's all gone to their heads.
A gang of pissed up field mice.
I'll take that, yes.
Yes.
The drunk field mice.
Yes.
I was warned about this.
Stew, not you, no.
That's Master Stew.
Stew, I'm talking to you. Not you, this stew. Shush. Stew in your bag. You must take it out to help you.
Yes, I must defeat them with confusion.
No, Stew. Wait, no, let me talk to the big stew first.
I must defeat the gang of mice. I must defeat the gang of mice with schizophrenia.
Oh, don't get even more mad about this. It's okay. We'll remember about you in a second. You did come from an eyelash after all of his.
I must defeat them using my spirit twin.
No, I know you're flashing blood.
You're close, Dolly.
Remember that time you stayed over at the lab and the scientist plucked your eyelash in the middle of the night and he created a
clone?
Yes, but it's fit in your sack because it's
a midget clone.
Oh, another word is
a tiny me, a mini me.
Another word.
A facsimile, a small
it's
midget.
So mad. It's so mad.
Little me.
Yes, but it's not happy.
It's a sad little me.
Oh! So close.
What was it?
A little angry clone.
Okay, well, obviously there's, I mean, I failed, so...
you know what has to be done. You know what,
I know what has to be done.
You're going to have to cut off little Stu.
The drama. It's at this point we'd like to remind you, if you're enjoying the show, you could buy us a coffee over at Buy Me a Coffee.
Hey, Stu, medical bills.
But well done, Stu. I think we'll recover. We'll find another Stu. We'll just wait till the little one gets bigger.
You'll find another Stu.
Yeah, well, we'll grow the other one, won't we? I don't know. What do you do? Do you piss in the wee clones or something? I don't know. Is that what makes them bigger? Is that what makes them grow?
Is this how you talk down people when they're on a ledge? Don't worry, we'll find another one.
Yes. Yes. 100% success rate so far.
I'm not going to stab myself now just to spite you.
Thank goodness the clone's angry so we can tell the difference.
That's why I picked a nonsense name like Marjolein. Good luck.
Our next game we're going to play is called Sentences. This is where we're handing over to you guys. This is where myself and I believe it's look, it's Garry Dobson over there. Me and Garry are going to act out a scene, but during the course of the scene, we will have to say one of the sentences that you guys write. So it could be anything at all. It could be a phrase. It could be, we're going for a sentence ideally. It could be a phrase. Pop it into the comments right there. And during the course of the scene, me and Garry will then have one of the sentences popped on the screen and we have to say it no matter what it is. For example, and people can buy tickets for the paid show on the 5th of February. Only £5. And thanks to Billy for promising to hold my hand, I have bought a ticket. So that was another one. So anything at all, pop it in the comments. Listen, it's 2021. Let's get fucking weird.
Let's get weird.
Let's get weird. So
Let's get.
I get the feeling I'm going to regret that. So Garry, what would you like to kick off the scene?
Perhaps we could get a task that we have to do together, Billy.
Yeah, why not? I tell you what, Stu, you're pissed off. What task should we do? And at one point or another, we might be joined very much by the erstwhile Mr. Murphy or Marjolein or Will. So, what are we thinking of? What do you fancy?
Well, let's keep it simple for the two of you. You are doing a baking demonstration.
Oh, wonderful!
We're doing a baking demonstration. As in, are we for or against the baking? What are we demonstrating against?
No, I think it's more of a.
You are showing people how to bake a cake.
Oh, very good.
Shall we, gentlemen?
Yeah, and we're getting sentences coming in that James will pop up, correct?
Yes, we are getting quite a few in already. Folk are getting proper silly about it. This is going to be fun. All right, we're only going to be playing for a couple of minutes, but let's get this rocking, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause for sentences.
All right, so you've got all the ingredients here. What exactly have you brought in your bag today, then?
All right, I've got flour, an olive. That's about it, really.
All right. Well, we've got plenty of stuff in the studio. You know, we've got all the eggs and milk in that. So olives is interesting. We're going to make a nice little ciabatta or something like that.
Like a bit of ciabatta. I don't need like a bit of ciabatta.
Yeah. I chanced to fart when I had diarrhea, and it didn't go well. But what came out really turned me on a ciabatta. You know what I mean? It was a bit burnt, but what can you do? There was definitely olives in it.
Well, they like olives, don't they? They like a bit of olives. I remember the first class I went to. The name of the workshop was very, very, very distinctive. First time watching improv with my daughter Siobhan, loving it. Not quite what I was looking for as a sentence, and I thought it was unusual. But you know,
an interesting class. Here, have you seen my tattoo? It's in Chinese. I think it says "I love bacon," but you speak Chinese. What exactly?
No, it says, "Have you toilet trained the homunculus?"
The homunculus? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing. That's
disappointing. Call for a homunculus.
Oh, for God's sake.
You need to fetch the flour.
Oh, yeah. Go and fetch the flour, will you? And stop shitting on the floor. Honestly.
I'll keep a flask of urine in the fridge because it's sterile and I like the taste.
Well, of course you do.
All I ask is you don't touch my flask.
Well, your name's on it, innit?
I'll get some flour for you.
Okay, no.
Where'd you find him? Where'd you find him?
Self-raising.
All purpose. Just read the packet. It should say underneath flour. It should distinctly say, "Why is there so much spunk in the air?" And that way, you know, it's not only self-raising, but it's past risen.
Okay.
So,
where'd you find him?
Oh, he's been in the family for generations. He never ages.
He got fired from a place I worked before.
Really? What was that called?
Yeah. Because he screamed out at the top of his voice, "Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York."
Where was that? Manhattan?
I'm not exactly sure. I think it was in Troon.
No, very well. Yeah, I've got this recipe book here. This is the one we're following today. If we just open up to chapter 5, chapter 5 is entitled. Let's see. Chapter 5 is entitled "The Best Way to Taste a Cake is Via a Slingshot." So these cakes will be aerodynamic primarily and mouth-sized.
Do you want the flour?
Yes, please. Would you just like to put some in the bowl here?
Well, look, this. Oh God.
The bowl's over here, mate.
No. There's flour all over the floor now.
It's all right. I'll soak up the shit that you did earlier.
You know,
my own grandpa.
Of course he is.
Oh, he's off again.
I was cloned from an eyelash.
Ripping the heat off it is what you were doing. Ripping the heat off. I turned up here. He was outside wanking like a Spaniard.
Right, that's everything there. You just need to put that in the oven. Gas mark is a phrase I've heard before. And you can't spell euphoria without the number 4. So gas mark 4, that'll do. That's quite convenient. And we just leave it in there until, until it's ready.
So do you have a health and safety procedure in place?
I do. There's one very important rule when following health and safety. Thought these were Tic Tacs, but now I'm seeing pink hippos. That's the main health and safety procedure we go through here.
Well, that's not good enough. And as a member of the Health and Safety Commission, that's right, we've had many complaints about you. Emails coming in constantly. Loads of people with complaints. For example, just this morning we're having a complaint about this bakery with the email heading saying the council extended the car park to facilitate social distancing dogging. What exactly? You've got people dogging in your bakery.
Well, the bakery's not in my name. It's in the name of the homunculus. So you should really take him away. I'm really going to miss you, homunculus. Any last words?
Can I take the jar of piss with me, please? My only friend.
I'm not a monster. No. And that'll do it there, right? Well, sentences be back? We're not sure.
Well done, everyone, for throwing stuff in.
Well done, everyone. Right, our next game, I believe, is this is going to be good. Panel of experts. We're very excited. I think that's right, guys. I'm very excited about this. It's going to be the wonderful Will Naameh has finally been given his own late night topical talk show. We're very excited about it. Will, what's the name of your show?
I'll find out once I get a suggestion.
Oh, right. You want them to suggest the name for you?
Either that or a topic or whatever we're discussing. I'll just let it inform my improv, my art.
All right, okay, that's fine. So what we're looking for, what specifically are you looking for then, Will?
Maybe an issue that people can be debating or asking questions on. They could be asking questions around maybe the environment or Scientology or the best place to grow watercress in your patio, anything big or mundane or any sort of theme that questions can be asked on.
All right, hit us up in the comments. Could be anything at all. An issue that we are going to be asking our experts, and I understand Will has got quite the panel set up for tonight. So let's see. I think we've got some suggestions coming in now. Oh no, that's a suggestion of avoid soggy biscuits and tea. Does the mask over the nose? Asking for a friend. Oh God, milk first or tea first? Jesus Christ. Chronic pronunciation. What we got next? What came first, trees or sharks? It's an interesting question. What else we got? Trapped in Jigsaw's hell maze. I might actually just be a person that's trapped in Jigsaw's hell maze. What causes underground vibrations near the public toilets?
There you go.
If you go tops off,
it's choice,
summer, well, you have to wear masks over your nipples. That's something we all need to know. That's my suggestion. Well, Naameh, which one of those?
I will take what causes underground vibrations near public toilets. I believe Billy R. Rowan, reporting in the field, has a number of questions on that issue. Our panel of Stu, Garry, and Marjolein are going to answer it. Let's do that.
They are indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go over to the first ever debut episode of Well, Naameh. Fuck you!
Welcome to Will Naameh. Fuck you. I'm Will Naameh, and fuck you. Now, we know that there are many, many difficult and big underground vibrations near toilets, public toilets, seismic earthquakes of the shit variety, fecal vibrations, and underground poo shakes. Well, we're here to debate the serious questions. You've been ringing some of them in and posting, emailing, faxing, Twitter, Bebo, MySpace, all the mediums. Billy, do you have any?
So we're very excited. We've got a lot of people asking many questions that are coming in currently. One of the main ones has got to be, how shaken up should I expect to be?
Okay, well, I will introduce my panel. Firstly, we have a very large mustachioed individual. I believe it is Mr. Garry Dobson. Mr. Garry Dobson.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. I remember it was last summer. You were very gentle.
My sexual catchphrase, indeed. And I believe also on the panel, no moustache, but we'll wait and see. It's a Marjolein Robertson. Hello.
Ah, you're in my ear. Sorry.
Another one of my sexual catchphrases. And finally, half a moustache, but it's just on the left. It's Stuart Murphy.
Yes, that's what they want you to believe.
Okay, so public toilets. You've heard the question. The floor is over to you. Why don't we start with you, Garry?
Yes, well, the vibrations around public toilets are very important. Of course they're there. Of course they're there deliberately. The government doesn't just put public toilets anywhere willy-nilly. No, indeed. They will only put public toilets where vibrations exist from nearby train stations or underground systems in order that people can shake off that last little bit of urine, that last little bit of piss without having to touch themselves. Of course there's vibrations in public toilets. They're very important for the hygiene and sanitation of the nation.
I see. But do they act as a masturbatory trigger? Over to you. Let's go, Marjolein.
No, because they're for a much darker purpose. They're not to help you lose every last drop of urine or piece of fecal matter. They're there to harvest your organs. They're a terrible thing. If you sit down in a squatting position for long enough and you're shook and hard enough, you can say goodbye to at least one of your 3 kidneys.
That's true. I once went to the public toilets down by Hunter Square in Edinburgh and lost an entire leg. Stuart Murphy?
Yes, I think we're looking at this in the wrong way. I mean, you say they're underground vibrations, but are they? From the point of view of dinosaur fossils, I would say no, they're very much above ground. And this is just one of the many lies we've been fed by this government on this topic. You can't believe any of it. The fact is, what are we supposed to believe? That there's vibrations caused by plumbing? I don't think so. Pipes everywhere, taking it away. You know, when you walk into a urinal or just a simple hole in the ground that the ladies have, you do your business, and rather than being ferried away, everything that comes out just goes straight into a bucket, which is carried away by a midget who is glad of the work. Now, why can't they just tell us that? I do not know. Time for them to start treating us like adults and stop the lies.
Yes, we need to stop giving UKIP a floor on these panel debates. But Billy, is there perhaps another question?
So many questions coming in right now. Well, first of all, one of the main ones, why are public toilets always wet before they're used?
Why are public toilets always wet before they're used and not after? Interesting. Why don't we shake it up and go to Marjolein? Marjolein, why are they always so wet before usage?
The NHS is free. They can't afford to buy livers. That's why they shake them out of us when you go to the toilet. They steal your organs. And then they have to have a hose down system afterwards because there's blood and guts everywhere. A quick hose down to clean the old toilet before the next person comes in to lose a heart.
I see. It's a sort of a post-organ harvesting hose down. I see. Garry.
Yes. Why are they wet before they're used? Well, it's quite a simple cleaning system that the council employs. You see, liquid is released into the ceiling, And then the natural vibrations that exist below ground shake the urinal, and all that lovely clean water runs down the walls and onto the floor. It's very much a self-cleaning system that means we don't have to employ people to stand in those cubicles anymore.
Incredibly futuristic, and yes, hopefully the cubicle attendants won't be so close to you in this era of social distancing. And finally, Stuart.
Well, this is where the question hits the nail on the head, because several people, myself included, good people, honest people, right-thinking people, do not want their urine taken away by midgets to be prodded and poked at and leafed through and examined. And so rather than go into the government-sanctioned holes, we pee on the floor, as is our right. It's in the Magna Carta. Look it up.
I see. Instead of evacuating our bowels in the designated areas, just dump it and run. We really should stop inviting UKIP onto these panels. And finally, one more question, Billy.
There's an angry mob here. Well, outside the toilets, many people are asking, are the subterranean lizard people responsible for these scatological shudderings?
Is it the lizard people causing it? Well, champion of the left field from UKIP, Stuart Murphy.
Well, I'm not falling for this trap. Don't call them lizard people. That is, I would never say the L word, as it were. Not that one, the other one. Call them what they are, French. Perfectly good word. And in answer to your question, probably. I wouldn't put it past them. I don't trust them. Neither should you.
Well, I don't know what I expected, but it was pretty much that. Marjolein.
The lizard people. The lizard people was a lie. This is not the truth. The lizard people was a lie made up by the NHS. The NHS are the real baddies here. When you go into hospital and they give you some blood, where do you think they got it? From slicing the throats of those walking to the sinks to wash their hands. Where do you think they got the feet to give you extra feet when you've lost your feet? That's why there's no bottom on the toilet doors. They just with a razor wire on the bottom of the cubicle. The lizard people, the doctors and nurses.
Okay, this is all getting very right of centre. Garry Dobson.
Yes, I would just like to finish up by saying a big thank you, a big thank you to the angry mobs. The angry mobs outside all the public conveniences around the country that are gathering. As they're gathering and chanting and stamping their feet, they are in fact creating more vibrations, which travel through the underground and up through the bottom of the toilets. So thank you, angry mob, for continuing the practice that the UK has long upheld.
Excellent. Well, I think we've wrapped that all up very nicely. Thank you for a diverse range of opinions and a very scatological return to form for this show. Billy, stop pissing in the corner.
What? How dare you?
It's his right to do so. It's his right to do so as a citizen of these island nations, and don't you stop him.
He's not even French. Well, join me next week. This has been the Fuck You, Will Naameh, and I'm Will Naameh, Fuck You. Join us next week. Today, of course, we've looked at what causes those underground vibrations in public toilets. Next week, we'll be asking, why do I make that weird sound when I cry myself to sleep at night? Goodbye. Fuck you.
The debut episode, and sadly, is now cancelled. Well, Naameh, fuck you, show, but don't worry. Will is moving on to another project. We're very excited about it. Well done. Before we get to our final game, thank you very much for watching wherever you are. A couple of things just quickly. We do have Buy Me a Coffee. If you want to head over there, you can buy us a coffee. Only a couple of quid, but it goes towards keeping this motherfucker on air as well and helping to spread the wealth. And we are doing our first ever Zoom show, ladies and gentlemen. 90 minutes of Monday Night Fucking Improv. You'll be able to check it out. We'll be able to hear you. It's going to be like a real comedy club atmosphere. We're going to be taking your suggestions live and having a bloody good time. And that's going to be the 5th of February. Tickets are over at Eventbrite. Marjolein is busy. There we go.
I think there was a few folk asking before about game suggestions, if they could ever fire them our way.
In terms of the show or the live one, or
suggestions for worst or something?
Yeah, that would be quite good. I'll tell you what, before we get
Look at me disrupt the flow.
I've literally no idea what you're talking about.
All of our suggestions come from them anyway. Do they
do.
want more control? I mean, for fuck's sake. Fine. Yes. Let's just I'll tell you what, let's turn the tables. They can entertain us every Monday.
Sounds
Why
great.
not?
Sounds great. The game is called World's Worst. I'm up at 4. World's Worst, ladies and gentlemen. And what happens is I've actually no fucking idea. It's World's Worst children's books, ladies and gentlemen.
And that suggestion did come from the audience last week.
Who gives a fuck? It certainly did.
I believe it was it Grant's suggestion?
Don't know.
Billy's very
Fine,
Billy,
really.
he's tired.
Oh,
He's
you
very-
mean our plant?
No, not at all. I've decided just to go rogue. Final game is World's Worst. We take your suggestions and we do a World's Worst version of it. And it is children's books, which we think came from Grant.
I believe so, yes.
Grant Anderson, I think, is in there. Thank you very much, Grant. And we'll kick this off. Who wants to kick off with the World's Worst? I'll tell you what, let's kick off with Mr. Stuart Murphy. Stuart, the floor is yours.
World's Worst children's books. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, British fish, rotting on the docks but happy.
Good.
Very good, very good. Well, let's stick with Dr. Zeus and go with a nice children's book. Horton hears a homicide.
On a not dissimilar vein, I'm going to do 3 in 1. I've reimagined 3 classic children's books for adults: The Very Horny Caterpillar, The Tale of Peter Rampant Rabbit, and The Tiger Who Came.
I've got Harry Potter Inside My Chamber of Secrets, an autobiography by Ginny Weasley.
Wow.
Excellent.
I've got Rob Zombie's 3 Little Pigs.
I love you this much.
Wow. Now, I'm not a fan particularly of children's books that are gender specific, but this one is very much for boys. It's How to Plug All Your Orifices Except Your Ears for Dummies. The girls' version is 5 dummies.
Oh.
Okay.
You have a hole at the end. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not encouraging anyone to stick anything up their perineum.
I think we both know that's a lie.
1 daffodil, 1 time.
I've seen your Instagram story.
Best St. David's Day ever. I can't go back to the rugby.
That's
Okay, Timmy. Time for a bedtime story. Let's dive deep into J.K. Rowling's latest offering, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Aggressive Transphobia. This is no witchcraft or wizardry. It's just the phrase "sex and gender are the same thing" repeated thousands of times. You know what?
Wow.
Let's maybe try her other latest release, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Defending Johnny Depp. Oh God, that woman's mental.
Take that news.
Katie Morag and the Island Clearance.
Willy Wonka's Chocolate Starfish.
Biscuit.
Anything by Enid Blyton featuring the infamous 5. The infamous 5 overthrow a democratically elected government. The infamous 5 visit a mosque. There's a whole list there.
The whole list.
But I think I've got it.
What about the Little Prince and his friend Jeffrey Epstein?
Right. Look behind you and see the line. It's about where the mosque was.
If that's where the line was, what about James and the Giant Cock? The story of where. I
do need to know the story, though. I think it's important.
Yeah, the story about how his parents get killed by a rhinoceros, goes to live with his 2 aunts. A magic salesman gives him magic seeds. He throws it out onto the lawn, and it lands on a big dildo, and then he flies away in a big dildo towards Manhattan. See? A wholesome story.
Based on a true story.
Well, here's something a lot more like Tim. It's from my favourite series when I was a young lass. The Sweet Valley Conjoined Twins. Jessica finds a scalpel knife.
Great reference. Working up week by week into an encyclopedic knowledge, you too can be a horse murderer. First issue available now for 99p. Comes with a free ring binder. Horse murderer. Did you never get the ones with the free ring binders? Man, what a fucking delight.
Tracy Meeker. She doesn't do anything. She's just too shy to go outside.
And that's okay, Stu, and that's okay.
No, it's crippling social anxiety from her point of view.
Any more?
What about How to Behave Like a Grown-Up by Donald J. Trump? The J stands for genius.
The BFG, which is the big fucking giant.
I've got.
I actually had that as the bigoted fucking government.
Oh, that's not...
I've got Stripey Wank, written by Stu Murphy, a colouring young book.
Something to look forward to. I've got a couple to finish off. I've got the Ladybird Book of Body Disposal, the Very Hungry Yet Anorexic Caterpillar, Where the Wild Things Were, and Charlotte's Web Browser History.
I've got everyone poops on Grandma. Or the Cat in the Clan Hat.
Bye, line. Goodbye.
I get the feel that maybe us. You sure? Any more? No, we're going to call it there. Well done, everyone. Right, we're looking for a world's worst for next week. Make sure to hit us up in the comments. We'll be back next Monday night at 8:30. Again, don't forget, we are doing our gig on 5th of February. You can grab tickets. It should be a bloody good laugh. Right, any more? Any sign-offs, guys?
Alice's Adventures in the Centre of Middlesbrough. Right.
And of course, you can get the Monday Night Improv podcast as well. Now available. Good old places.
We think of you as an adopted child. We think of you as disposable.
You see,
was that the one that broke it? Was that the one that pushed it too far?
Monday Night Improv, ladies and gentlemen. Totally free on Monday night. You can get the podcast. It's free as well. We're going to see you later. Buy us a coffee. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You want to do something Monday nighter? I've got something for you. Hold tighter. It's a show that's unpredictable and fast and improvised by the